Welcome to Crimes Beyond Borders, where we'll bring you the most thrilling true crime stories every single day. If you're fascinated by mystery, intrigue, and the darker side of human nature, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us as we unravel the most shocking and perplexing criminal cases from around the world. The story is about to begin after this intro.
From city streets to far-off lands, mystery slipping through our hands. Crimes beyond borders they speak, voices strong but words are meek. Every story leaves a mark, whispers softly in the dark.
Our stories at first are made for ourselves, to comfort us, to help us sleep, and to learn. Along the way, they become a part of our journey, teaching us English and fueling our passion for true crime. So, listen carefully, and if you're about to sleep, close your eyes. Let's begin. Here's a story written from the killer's perspective, inspired by the type of romantic obsession and dark manipulation we see in cases that are currently capturing attention in true crime circles. This fictional story revolves around a man who becomes obsessed with a social media influencer, leading to dangerous consequences. As he narrates his thoughts and actions, we see how his obsession with her online persona slowly transforms into a desire to possess her in real life, ultimately ending in tragedy. Her perfect life. I wasn't always like this. I used to be normal, I guess. Just another guy going through life, working my job, hanging out with friends when I had to, keeping to myself. But everything changed the day I saw her. I didn't know her name then. She was just another face on the screen. But something about her stopped me in my tracks. Mia. That's her name. She's perfect, like she stepped right out of a dream. I was just scrolling through Instagram, mindlessly thumbing past photos of people's meals, their vacation selfies, their fake smiles, and then there she was. Mia Lopez, at Mia Lopez Real. Everything about her was perfect. Her hair, her smile, the way she posed with that casual elegance that made it look like she didn't even try. She wasn't like the other girls online. There was something real about her. I felt an immediate connection, like we were meant to be. At first, I just followed her. No big deal, right? That's what Instagram is for. Following people's lives, seeing what they're up to, leaving a like here and there. But with Mia, it was different. I wasn't just looking at her pictures, I was living them. Every morning, I'd check her profile to see what she had posted. Coffee at her favorite cafe, sunsets on the beach, selfies with her friends, laughing and happy. Her life was so perfect, and I wanted to be part of it. I started commenting on her posts, trying to catch her attention. I kept it light at first, just a few compliments, maybe a heart emoji or two. But as the weeks went by, I noticed something. She wasn't responding to me. She was liking other people's comments, engaging with her fans, but not me. That didn't make sense. I was devoted. I followed every post, knew every detail about her life. I was the one who really cared, not those fake fans who just wanted a like from a pretty girl. I knew her. She just didn't know me yet. The obsession grows. I started digging deeper into Mia's life. I scrolled back through her posts, studying every caption, every location she tagged, every friend she mentioned. I wanted to know everything about her, where she lived, who she hung out with, what she did for fun. I started keeping a notebook where I wrote down details about her life, things I would bring up when we finally met. She loved chai lattes from that little cafe downtown. She had a cat named Luna, and her favorite flowers were white roses. I knew these things because I cared, because I loved her. But Mia still wasn't noticing me. I was getting frustrated. How could she not see that I was the one for her? Every day, she was surrounded by people who didn't deserve her. Fake friends, shallow guys who just wanted her for her looks. They didn't understand her like I did. They didn't know how perfect she really was. And that's when I realized it wasn't enough to just admire her from a distance. I needed to make her see me. I needed to be part of her life. So I started showing up. It wasn't hard. She always tagged the locations she visited, made it easy to track her. One Saturday, she posted about spending the afternoon at the park. I knew exactly where that was. I went there, casually, like I just happened to be in the neighborhood. I didn't approach her, not yet. I just watched from a distance, soaking in her presence. Seeing her in real life was exhilarating. She was even more beautiful in person, even more perfect. After that, I made it a habit. Whenever she posted about going somewhere, whether it was the gym, the coffee shop, or the beach, I made sure I was there too. At first, I kept my distance, but gradually I started getting closer. I'd walk past her at the cafe, brushing by her as if by accident. I'd sit near her at the park, close enough to hear her voice, to listen to her laugh. She had no idea who I was, but I felt like I knew her better than anyone else. She was my Mia. The first contact. The first time I actually spoke to her, I was shaking. I knew it had to be the perfect moment, and I'd been waiting for it for weeks. She was at her usual cafe, sitting outside with a book and her phone on the table. She looked so peaceful, so unaware of how close I was. I walked up, casual, as if I were just another customer, and made my move. "Hey, aren't you Mia Lopez? I follow you on Instagram." She looked up, startled at first, then smiled that dazzling smile that made my heart race. "Yeah, that's me," she said. "Thanks for following." My mind was spinning. She was talking to me, acknowledging me. For the first time, she was actually seeing me. I didn't want to scare her off, so I kept it light, chatting about how much I loved her content, how inspiring she was. She seemed flattered, maybe even a little charmed. And then, just like that, she went back to her book, smiling politely as if I was just another fan. But I wasn't just another fan. I was different. She just didn't know it yet. The descent. After that day, things started to change. I couldn't stop thinking about her, dreaming about her, obsessing over her. It wasn't enough to just see her in public anymore. I wanted more. I needed more. I started sending her direct messages, telling her how much she meant to me, how we were meant to be together. She didn't respond, but I didn't let that stop me. I knew she was busy. I just needed to make her see how much I cared. Then came the day that everything changed. I was outside her apartment building. It wasn't hard to find after she posted a selfie from her balcony one day, and I saw her come out, dressed to go out for the night. She looked amazing, better than I'd ever seen her. I knew this was my chance. I followed her, staying far enough behind that she wouldn't notice, but close enough that I could watch her every move. She met up with some guy, a tall, good-looking jerk who didn't deserve her, and they walked to a restaurant together, laughing, flirting. Something inside me snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. She was supposed to be with me, not him. I had been patient, I had waited, but now I couldn't wait any longer. She needed to understand that no one could love her like I did. I waited until they left the restaurant, walking back to her place. They were so close, their hands brushing together, her laugh echoing through the night air. It should have been me by her side, not him. The anger surged through me, and before I knew what I was doing, I moved. I don't remember exactly how it happened. I just know that when it was over, he was lying on the ground, his face bloodied and still. Mia was screaming, backing away from me like she didn't recognize me. I tried to explain, to make her understand that I had done it for her, for us. But she didn't listen. She ran. The end. Now here I am, sitting in this cold, empty cell, waiting. They caught me, of course. I didn't even try to run. I didn't want to. What was the point if I couldn't have her? I hear them talking about me, calling me obsessed, delusional, a stalker. But they don't understand. They never did. I wasn't crazy. I loved her. I still do. And if she had just listened, if she had just seen how much I cared, none of this would have happened. She could have had everything. We could have had everything. But now she's out there, living her perfect life without me, and I'm stuck here, watching it from afar again. But I know the truth. I know that she'll never forget me, no matter how hard she tries. I'll always be a part of her life now. I made sure of that. And in a way, that's all I ever wanted. The story has come to an end, but stay relaxed. If you feel yourself drifting off to sleep, just let the video play and enjoy the soothing music in the background. Let it guide you gently into rest. We'll be here, bringing you more stories every night. Sleep well, and see you tomorrow at 8 p.m.
shadows creep, footsteps vanish down alleys deep. Silent whispers, cities asleep. Mystery in the air, it seeps. Flickering lamps dimly glow, secrets hidden where few will go. In the half-light, truth begins to show. Unseen forces pull and tow. Windows shut, curtains drawn tight. Lonely figures melt in the night. Echoes fade out of sight. Moonlight bathes the world in fright. Ticking clocks, relentless sound. Time slips when danger's around. In the shadows, lost and found. Haunting silence so profound. Flickering lamps dimly glow, secrets hidden where few will go. In the half-light, truth begins to show. Unseen forces pull and tow. Windows shut, curtains drawn tight. Lonely figures melt in the night. Echoes fade out of sight. Moonlight bathes the world in fright. Ticking cloisters on crumbling walls, telling tales of forbidden calls. Into the night, someone falls. Down the alley, mystery sprawls.